Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tiffany Wilson, and I want to welcome you to the 2020 Irrigation Association New Product Contest Judging Presentations. Today, you have tuned in to watch our landscape lighting category presentations. We have 7 products in this category this year. Today, each contestant will have 5 minutes to present, including a 4-minute presentation and a minute to take a question or two from our judges, who I have the pleasure of introducing you to at this time. We have Brad Middlestad. He's an account manager with Aquarius Supply. Brian Vincasey is the principal at Irrigation Consulting Incorporated, and Wayne Smalley is the principal of Rivers Associates. So welcome, gentlemen, and thank you so much for being judges today. Contestants, at your time, you will come on to present, and I will actually go off of camera. I will turn my camera back on at your 30-second warning, so please start winding your presentation down at that time. So let's go ahead and get things started. Our first product is the MiniBeam with Stake and Shield from Brilliance LED. And Brian, when you come up, just don't forget to go off mute. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Can you guys hear me okay?
We can. Thanks.
Very good. I'd like to first off and thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time out of your day to come here and judge all of these products that you guys get to see in our industry. It's very nice. It's good to see you guys as well. Thank you. Now, the first product I want to talk about today is our MiniBeam, which is a product that we developed specifically to use to light really small, hard to light places. I have it here with me in my hand. You guys can see it in the flyer, I believe, that you have. But this is the perfect light to bring light to hard to reach places, such as under handrails or in water features, under stairs and stone walls, small little lanterns. And this product fixes the issue of trying to fit a large light in a small area. It comes with a 12-foot wire feed. It's IP68, and it's an integrated light source. We have this product itself is in 3 different wattages and 3 different lumen outputs, respectively. We have 1.5 watt, 3 watt, and 6 watt. It's 90 lumens, 200 lumens, and 400 lumens, respectively. So this footprint that I have here is the size of our 90 and 200 lumen, and the 400 lumen is just a slightly larger footprint. Products available, it's 2700 Kelvin and a 36-degree beam spread. We thought the beam spread would be appropriate, as it's kind of a general rule of thumb for most lighting applications. Input voltage is 9 to 15 volts, AC or DC, IP68, and 1,000-hour lamp life. The housing itself is all cast brass, and it has 2 mounting ears, makes it easy to mount under hand railings and that sort of thing, or under lips of stone walls and that sort of thing. So that's what I have on our MiniBeam. Do you guys have any questions?
Stainless steel stake?
I'm going to get to that in the next presentation. Or they're together. My apologies. Yeah, so sorry guys. Bear with me.
This is about the stake.
Stake and shield. Yep. So the stake and shield itself is the accessory that is an option for the MiniBeam. So it's this small brass shield that you can see here, and along with a 6-inch stainless steel stake. So now you can take this MiniBeam and drop this in the ground, or drop this inside grasses or any really, really small planters. It also comes with 2 mounting holes that you can see here. It allows you to anchor it to other structures, and then you can also anchor it and then bend the light source to aim it wherever you need it as well.
That makes sense. Thank you.
And we have, of course, the stake and shield for the 400 lumens a little bit larger as well, so designed to fit that package.
Makes sense. I just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same thing. You did real good on the MiniBeam, but my paperwork says we're supposed to be talking about the stake and shield.
Yeah. So the stake and shield. I'm sorry, I've got lots of papers here in front of me, and we're doing what we can. So, yeah, the stake and shield
is sold all together as a product, or do you sell everything separately?
It's a la carte, so it's separately. So we have, because there's a lot of different components that are all designed to work with each other, we decided to make it a la carte so you guys can pick and choose what items you want.
Okay, thanks, Brian. I think, so we'll hear from you for the next product, which I will introduce. They are the Bistro string lights, also from Brilliance LED.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for being judges and volunteering your time. So with our Bistro string light, we really wanted to, first want to say this is our patented Bistro string light. So this is a process that we just finished. And what's patented about it is the two-way mounting holes on the top of the Bistro string itself. I'm going to show you here. As you can see here, this fixed the problem of many years. All the mounting holes were perpendicular to the cable itself. None of them were parallel like this is here. So this allows the contractor to now run his cable and run the Bistro string parallel together without needing to use zip ties. The problem with zip ties in applications like this is, excuse me, over time, the zip ties become brittle and they break off, and then it's a constant nightmare, with the contractor always up there replacing zip ties and fixing the mounting. With the mounting, the two-way mounting like this, it allows you to run the cable parallel to the string light and makes ease of installation a whole lot easier. The other thing about this product is it's a weather-tight plug. It's got an O-ring on the male end and a receiving end. On the female end is the receiving end, so it's a sealed connection. So the spacing on this is 24 inches, which is relatively standard for these products. And the cord is the whole string is 48 feet long, excuse me. So, but what's new and innovative is the mounting method.
That makes sense.
You guys have any questions?
They only come in at 50-foot length?
That's correct.
They can't be cut or anything like that, right?
These ones, well, the astute contractor can do whatever he wants to do, but they do come in 48-foot lengths. And if you do cut them, it does void the UL listing on them. But many contractors do cut them and seal them off correctly.
I'm good.
Okay.
How many of those can you put together?
Well, it comes down to the amp rating on that, and off the top of my head, I'll have to forgive me. I don't know off the top of my head. We've been doing a lot of working with them in the low voltage arena as well right now, doing a low voltage version. I've been focusing on that, so I forget off the top of my head, but you can easily get 5 or 6 of them together and still be within the, under the rating of the fuse that's in the end of the plug.
Yeah, but what you just showed us was all line voltage, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So everything here is all line voltage, 120 volts. Plug them in end to end to end, and you're good.
Okay. Yeah, we should be, well, depending on the outlet and the amp draw. What's the amp draw on one string?
It all depends on the type of lamp you put in.
Your lamp?
Yeah. Yeah, with the S14, so if we have a 3.5 watt S14, it's gonna be much different than if we have a 2 watt S14.
Okay. Okay.
Very good. Thanks, judges. And I will introduce the next product from Brian. It is the gutter mount, also from Brilliance LED.
Okay. Thanks again, guys. So what we have here is our gutter mount, which is like nothing you guys have ever seen as far as gutter mounts go. Okay. This long fixes the problem, the plagued problem of what size gutter do I have? Is it going to work? Is it going to fit? And in this case, it doesn't matter if you've got a 3-inch gutter, 4-inch gutter, 5-inch gutter, because the gutter mount attaches to the fascia at the house, not the gutter itself. This whole thing is designed to float above the gutter. There's no weight resting on the gutter itself, which of course adds other issues as well. The gutter mount you can either put our 1.5 watt, 3 watt, or 6 watt MiniBeam onto the gutter mount. So based on, depending on whatever dormer you want to light or different architecture aspects you want to light, you can choose the light source that's going to work best for you. You can also use the shield And of course, what's kind of nice, you could take the shield and it's reversible. So you could flip it upside down and eliminate the hot spot that would be on shingles or on the roof itself if you're lighting dormers and you only want to see the dormers lit. Again, it uses our mini beam as a light source, and it's got 2 different mounting holes on it. And then this is completely adjustable, so it comes all the way back. So you can hit a broad range of architecture with it.
That's still the 2700 36 degree.
That's correct. Yes. Yep. But yeah, this item itself is for the gutter mount. This is all stainless steel, all made here and right here in Arizona.
So is that inside the gutter? Like, it looks like you got about a 4-inch gutter there. I mean, if you had a 3-inch gutter, would you just bend it, or does it slide?
No, actually, it doesn't sit in the gutter. It's above the gutter. It
Okay.
mounts the fascia. So if this was our gutter, it would drop. The gutter itself would be down here.
Okay.
And this fits between the space. So the shingle would come down. I'm trying to line this up for you so you can see it.
Mhm.
The shingle would come down to right here. And this screws into the fascia itself, the wood fascia of the house. And it doesn't get supported by the gutter at all, which is the case of every other gutter mount. The other issue is with traditional gutter mounts out there, you're stuck using an MR16 or an MR11 fixture, right? Which is big and bulky. And then they also don't have the adjustability to get to all the spots that you need. This has enough rise and it solves that problem.
I got two things real quick. One, it's great because you can run the wires in your gutter and down the downspout, so it's easy to hide the wires. I like that aspect of it a lot. But Brian, I got to bust your chops on one thing. On the bistro lights you was telling us a little while ago about zip ties, and now zip ties to go away. What am I looking at there on the bracket?
You're looking at a couple, but I'll tell you, you're looking at a couple of ties to secure wire, which is very, very light.
Sure.
Relative to a bistro string light, which is heavy.
Good point. Good point. Good point. I had to throw something in.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'll accept it, Wayne. Thank you.
Any other questions, judges, for Brian?
Good.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Brian. Great job.
Thanks, Tiffany. Thanks, judges.
All right, our next product of the day is the Luxor Cloud from FX Luminaire. And James and Ryan, when you come on, just don't forget to go off mute.
Thanks for the reminder. I was talking to myself for a couple seconds there, so I need to share my screen real quick.
You're good to go.
All right. You can see the screen? Perfect. All right. All right, so thank you guys very much. Once again, my name is James and I'm the product manager for lighting controls here at FX. And the new product that we've entered into this year's contest is Luxor Cloud. So this is a software application, not specifically a smartphone application. So what Luxor Cloud is it is providing cloud and IoT functionality to the Luxor app and the Luxor lighting system. It's secure, it's reliable, and it provides a very secure network connection so that homeowners and contractors can access their Luxor lighting system or systems anywhere in the world at any time. So as you know, remote access to a lighting system is definitely not that uncommon. It's actually probably common in every single smart product that is out there right now, and especially for Luxor and a product like Luxor. But really the backbone of Luxor Cloud, what makes it the most efficient lighting system out in the market is this new concept of site management. So site management can be useful for homeowners who have multiple Luxor sites. So maybe a primary residence as well as a vacation home. It's also useful to them because they can share the site or the system with multiple family members so that they can access the Luxor lighting system wherever they are as well. But the real benefit comes to the contractor. So the contractor that is dealing with Luxor day in and day out, whether it be installations or maintenance, this is where it's going to benefit them because contractors are using the Luxor app probably 95% of the time to do everything that they need to do with the Luxor system. So what the site management will do is it's going to efficiently organize all of your different Luxor systems and your Luxor customers. So for example, this contractor has multiple Luxor systems installed throughout San Diego. And you can see all of the different sites that are associated with his profile over here on the right. So what he can do is he can toggle back and forth between those different sites in order to answer any questions or provide assistance. So if he has an employee at site number 2 that is having a system setup question, then he can open up his app, he can click onto that particular site, and then once he's opened it, he can have all of the system information, the groups, the colors, the scenes, the schedules, anything that he needs in order to point his employee or that homeowner in the right direction in order to give them access or in order to help them troubleshoot. The other good thing is that they can also share this site with a local Hunter rep so that they can provide guidance. The same with Hunter Tech Services. And this is really important in lighting, especially because, as we know, most of the questions, most of the issues come up at nighttime. And by that time, a contractor may already be back at the office, he may already be back at home. So in order for him to make it to that site, it's probably not likely that night, but the capability to bring it up is what makes it very powerful to them. And 2 of the most important features that you get with site management, in my opinion, for the contractor is this offsite troubleshooting. Like I said, they can just go into the site that they need to access, the ones that are having issues or the ones that they have questions about. They can quickly take a look at the groups, the themes, the colors, the schedules, and then they can answer those questions. Hey, why are my lights not turning on? Or why is my light turning on the incorrect color? If they can't figure it out that night, at least they know what they need to do in the morning when they visit that site. And the last one is what I find to be the most powerful is offsite lighting design. So your contractor is typically the one that's obviously doing the installation. They're doing the system setup. They're doing the programs. They're doing the grouping, the colors. And a lot of times, once that installation is done, they may need to run to another job. They may be running out of daylight. So what they can do is they have the system set up. They'll turn it on at that particular night, but they can go home in the evening or they can go back to the office and finish that setup. They can set up the scenes. They can set up the schedules. Once that's set, then they'll share that with the homeowner, and now the controller is set throughout the night. Lastly, it's holiday season. So maybe the system got set up in the middle of summer. The homeowner realizes, hey, I don't have a Halloween theme, or I don't have a holiday theme that is set up on my controller. Simple call to the contractor. He opens up the app, creates that Halloween or creates that holiday theme for them. Really what these are doing, it's saving them time, it's saving them money, but it can also make them money if they start charging for these services. And the last thing that I want to say about Luxor Cloud is this is a very dynamic piece of software. It's something that's developed in-house. It's secure. It's going to give us a lot of flexibility in the future to give us some pretty cool features, not just for the homeowner, but most likely the contractor as well. So thank you very much.
Thanks, James.
Monthly fee?
No.
Oh, okay.
So the way it works is all of the users that are assigned to a site, they use the Hunter SSO account, so a single sign-on, so similar to what they would use for a Centralis or any type of Hunter application. That's how they do the secure credentials.
So is this something that you would think that would be monitored by, you know, it's not something like the customer isn't going to be using this, the contractor is going to be using this mostly, right?
The majority of the time. So right now, you know, when we designed the Luxor app, we obviously wanted it for the homeowner, but we found that the Luxor app is more of a contractor tool because it's a lot easier to set up that system. So homeowners, they just want to open up the app and turn something on that was already designed for them.
Okay, so the homeowner doesn't usually have this cloud function.
They do. So if it's set up for their particular site, the homeowner will pick up their phone and then they have cloud access as well. So if that site is set up for cloud, the homeowner as well as the contractor will have it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thanks so much, James.
Thanks, man.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, our next product is the QL Designer Downlight from FX Luminaire.
Tiffany, are you going to add Sarah to that call?
I believe she's coming up right now.
Perfect.
Hi, everyone. That was an interesting transition from attendee to presenter. So
Technology.
forgive the delay. Okay, so we'll share my screen as well. Can everyone see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, well, like Tiffany introduced, my name is Sarah O. Young. I'm the product manager for FX Luminaire on the fixture side. So I'll be going over a couple submissions on the fixture side for this new product contest. So with more and more niche lighting applications, fixtures must meet the specification for lighting designers, but more importantly on our side, meet the needs of contractors and installers where convenience and versatility take priority. So the QL downlight joins our other 1 LED integrated fixtures like the QB, QZ, and QT to provide soft light outputs in small packages. It was specifically designed to fit on the 2x2 posts, so most ideal for perimeter fencing, pool enclosures, railings, and pergolas. So here we're looking at a profile view of a post and crossbeam, and the modular mounting bracket is surface mounted on the post itself. So when you need to butt the fixture up against something like here that you see here, you can push the mounting bracket up to the very top and screw it on in place, no measuring required. To slide the fixture onto the bracket, you can simply slide it on that way and it secures with a hidden set screw. So no need to accommodate for any sort of small gaps to mount the fixture appropriately. The mounting bracket also has multiple mounting options. There are breakaway tabs that allow you to feed the lead wire 4 different ways. So you can run the wire out the back. You can remove one of the 2 bracket arms and run the wire up either side. Or you can also tuck the wire down below and run it out of the bottom. There's also an optional wall plate with strain relief that helps convert the bracket to fit with single gang junction boxes. The QL is fully potted with a rating of IP66, 67. It's approved for both domestic and international markets, and it's compatible with our flagship Luxor with zoning and dimming capabilities.
Question time?
Yes.
Okay. By the picture, it looks like it's about 2,700. Is that correct? And is that
correct?
Okay.
Yep. It has our color filter platform, so it comes with an amber lens, but it can be swapped out for that blue tint, and the LED itself is 3,900 Kelvin.
It looks like they put them at about 4 feet. What's the maximum off the ground they would recommend?
It depends on the ambient light around. This is about 4 feet distance. Wanted to show, what it looked like with a little bit of contrast in between. If you need consistent uniform light, you would have to place them a little bit closer.
Any other questions on this product for
Is
Sarah?
there any other beam spreads, or is that it?
This one is set at 60, but we also have different beam angle lenses. You can go anywhere from 15 to 60 degrees.
And then you can change the height with that, make them wider, right?
Correct.
Okay, great question. So I think Sarah will also be presenting the next product, which is the line voltage series, also from FX Luminaire.
Okay, so this, on the opposite side of light output, we're going for maximums here. So we also launched our line voltage series back in July of 2020. There's total flexibility in color temperatures, beam angles, and outputs up to 2,500 lumens. And so it provides solutions ideally for lighting projects that require higher outputs and electrical capacities. So the line voltage series includes at least one fixture in every product category. So popping up there, we have directional up and down lights. We have an in-grade light, a bollard, and multiple wall lights. So we designed these fixtures from scratch, and we focused on elements that simplified installation and maintenance, continued to help produce top quality LED outputs, and had a visual aesthetic that fits, many applications, both traditional and contemporary. Going into a few details on the installation and maintenance, this is the light engine cartridge, and this is included in the directional up and down lights as well as the in-grade light. Each of the components, the optics, the LED, the driver are all individually serviceable, and the entire cartridge removes with a simple twist. For the in-grade light, the light engine cartridge is also externally adjustable for the angle and direction with a simple Phillips screwdriver. Next, the bollard is highlighted here. It was primarily designed to prevent premature corrosion, which takes place at the base of the fixtures. Starting with the mounting kit, there's a galvanic isolator that helps get that fixture off of the ground. And from there, the bollard slides onto that spacer you see on the far right with the twist and lock method. And that way, there's no hardware at the base of that bollard, and it's protected from the elements. Highlighting here are the modular brackets on our wall lights. These brackets come, they're stainless steel, and they come with little distance indicators for various, wall thicknesses for mounting the construction sleeve. And the L bracket can also be turned vertically, so it could mount on both horizontal and vertical surfaces. There are also 3 to 6 half-inch knockouts for conduits in every direction you'd ever dream of. Last but not least, wanted to focus in on some optics packages here. The AHS wall light is highlighted here with 2 optics packages, a floor graze and a performance wash. So that's accommodating heights of less than 6 inches or 1 to 3 feet. Another example is our bollard, the ABR10. There are 3 optics packages available here with a double ground for 2 light sources, a single ground plane, or a down and up, a ground vertical option. This is just to ensure that all of those lighting plans can meet specifications. We can attempt to help reduce the number of products on a lighting job and still meet the needs of those designs. All in all, we focused on simplifying installation and maintenance, meeting the needs of large-scale lighting applications, and withstanding outdoor elements with this line voltage series.
As silly as this sounds, I don't have a product question. How are you going to go to market question? And we're in the green industry and we're selling to low voltage guys. I mean, I just see some liability issues coming up if you sit this next to landscape lighting in a professional wholesale distribution.
Right. These products will likely be built to order. I don't see many of them just stocked on the shelves. They are, a little more expensive than our typical low voltage fixtures. And because all of those specification options with beam angles, color temperatures, all that stuff, even just lumen and driver options, they're likely to be built to order. Okay. So we won't have, someone trying to compare, do we get a low voltage NP uplight or do I get this ACT, giant directional uplight?
Okay.
I mean, I'm in a little bit of an agreement with him. It seems to be like this would be there. None of the guys that I know, I don't think would be able to even install this because it needs to be installed by a licensed electrician.
Yeah.
Yes, that is usually the case with most areas in the U.S. And a lot of these fixtures have been spec'd on jobs for municipalities, community parks, larger scale projects that involve an electrician, involved line voltage.
So let me ask you this: can it be mixed, and is it versatile and can be used with the Luxor Cloud, or
Yes.
can you have low voltage lighting in with this as well? Is this something that the electrician would tap into, and then you could actually put low voltage lighting maybe out in the field and have the high voltage stuff by the building?
Yes, exactly. So these fixtures are compatible with the Luxor. Luxor has a Luxor Cube for high output fixtures, or high voltage fixtures, and these would go in line with that Luxor Cube, making it compatible with the Luxor system. So say you have one of those downlights mounted onto the wall of a hotel, then have that sync up with the water fountain that has that ZDC LL lighting up that fountain.
That's what you needed to start with.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me redo this really quickly. 5 more minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, Sarah. Okay, so our last product of the landscape lighting category is the AC-LVDD 1210 low voltage digital dimmer from Let's Go Products. And Dan, when you come up, just don't forget to go off mute. There you go. Hi, guys.
Hello, I'm Dan, and this is Matt Elling with Let's Go Products. We are a father-son engineering team here in Arizona. And Matt's going to quickly go through the talking points of our dimmer, and I will be demonstrating those features live for you so you can get the real effect. So go ahead, Matt.
Right. We, like I said, we're both engineers, both electrical engineers. We have over 2,500 engineering hours in designing this dimmer. We designed it to automotive standards, automotive grade standards, so it lasts the lifetime of the project. The main applications for it are your bistro or string lights, your hardscape lights, and your tape or strip lights. First thing that's a good feature of it is it's totally waterproof. It's IP67 rated. It's potted electronics, so the entire dimmer, there's no need for a gasket on the junction box or anything of that nature. And some helpful features: it's your junction box gray, so it blends in with the landscaping. It has intelligent soft start, so when the lights come up, I'll demonstrate really quick, it comes up nice and soft on the whole system.
I'm going to back it down to half, power it off and back on, and it automatically readjusts the timing.
So it just always comes up nice and smooth. One nice thing, the older dimmers that are secondary side dimming are triac based. So there's inherent voltage drop. That means they're 80 to 85% efficient generally. This dimmer is 97% efficient, so your voltage in is your voltage out. And that means it runs cooler. And there's also no installer adjustment required. So like you saw, the back of it's just potted. There's nothing the installer has to do other than hook up the 4 wires and up and running. So without the voltage drop, it's running cooler. Next feature we want to show you is short circuit protected. There's no fuse involved.
I'm going to do what your mother told you not to do. Take a bulb out. I'm actually going to dead short it. Screwdriver. And it'll retry about, I can hear it, about 4 or 5 times. And then eventually shuts off if the short stays present. Then to recover, you turn the dimmer to the off position. Back up, it'll recover. Or, I'll do it again. And then you could cycle the transformer or power off and back on and also.
So that eliminates the need for a fuse. The next feature is that it has an overload indicator for the installers. So if they're setting up a system, this is a 120 watt rated dimmer, and if they put in, this is a 180 watt halogen here that we're hooking up. So we made it so that the whole system blinks consistently. So the installer can just know that, okay, I've got too much on my system. They can start taking off one fixture at a time. Make sure they're not overloaded in any way. Just a nice way of making it easy on the installer. That's the main feature set. And do you have any questions?
Can this be I know you have it mounted on a wall. Can you put it in some type of ground box if you're doing like ground features?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yeah, you could use the
You
dimmer.
probably mount it in like a valve box or something, or just lay it in a valve
Yeah,
box.
it's just completely waterproof. I mean, you could put it under water up to 1 meter deep and it'll still run. Not that we recommend doing that, but it's potted because sprinklers may hit it, you know, use something what's nearby. Or salt spray if you're near the ocean.
Good point. So the rest of it is all plastic. There's no metal on that cover or anything like that.
Right, you've got the only thing metal is really the screws. I mean, it's all nylon PA66 UL rated plastic.
Okay. Great.
Any other questions?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
No, I
Thanks so
think we're
much,
good.
guys, for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that wraps up our landscape lighting portion of the judging presentations. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Thank you so much to our contestants, and thank you to our judges. They will get busy deliberating. You'll want to check out our website, irrigationshow.org, this Friday, November 20th, to see who wins. And thank you again, a huge thank you to our sponsor of the contest this year, Rainbird. Thanks, everyone.